Racism isn't cute. Grow up. Pattern up. Pattern up. Pattern up. You are racist. I can hear everything you guys have been saying since the moment you got here. And then throwing food at my friend and my child next to me. You weren't expecting anybody to say anything to you. Grow up.
I never done that.
How old are you?
He's 6, 7.
Sorry about it. I've just spoke to them. Apologies. It's just young kids. It's unbelievable.
We were patient from the beginning.
No.
But he started throwing food. I told you.
Previous video, one of them being how I mentioned that I found it very embarrassing that there was a bunch of Muslim brothers sat next to us, by the way, watching the whole thing unfold and didn't stand up to say anything. Now, even though I do find it very embarrassing, it is not a shock. This has happened to me many times. I was in West London once, which is a very Muslim populated area, and I've had a man throw alcohol on me, specifically on my niqab, which is on my face, near my mouth. So imagine the panic I felt. And there was Muslim men wearing a thobe, which they are evidently Muslims. So if you're going to dress like that, you need to act the part. They were breaking their necks to see what was going on, but didn't think to stand up and say anything.
You guys might think in context, hey, there's absolutely nothing that would be wrong with her video, right? You know, she was a Muslim woman that was visibly harassed by people, and people should stand up for her because this is clear Islamophobia. Well, let me actually tell you guys in context what happened. She started a fight with a bunch of little kids at a restaurant. So I actually watched this entire video, and you guys can even read the caption. Listen, I'm not condoning Islamophobia, harassing Muslim women, or even saying what happened to her was justified. But what I am saying is that why are you picking a fight with a bunch of little kids acting stupid? If you are a Muslim woman wearing niqab and someone's throwing food at you, contact the manager, which she did, and leave. And this entire argument, oh, it's Muslim men's fault, it's Muslim men's fault, it's Muslim men's fault. Why do you feel like since you wear the niqab or wear the hijab, may Allah bless you for wearing the niqab, by the way, right? May Allah bless every Muslim woman who wears hijab and niqab, by the way. Why do you guys feel that when you immediately put on the niqab and hijab, that means you're entitled to every single man and safety of every single man? As Muslim men, we have in first nature an obligation to protect the women in our family, right? Our wives, our sisters, our nieces, our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunts. Random Muslim woman wearing a niqab starting fight with a bunch of kids is not a first-hand nature where Muslim men need to step up, get up from their chair, and start saying something.
So that was a video of a Muslim woman who was being verbally assaulted by some kids. And a guy responded by saying that she is not entitled to the protection of Muslim men. I don't really have research that I've done regarding this, but there's evidence in the Quran that says in chapter 48, verse 29, that says, Muhammad is the messenger of God, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Those who are with him are firm and unyielding towards those who deny the truth, but compassionate towards one another. So those who are with those who are Muslim or among the believers are compassionate towards each other and are firm against the disbelievers. And that is a good reminder to be in unity with the believers and to be cautioned with the disbelievers. There's also a good story that I heard about in response to this that I actually was not aware of, where a Muslim woman in the time of the Prophet was being harassed by a couple of disbelievers, and they wanted to see what she looked like, and she obviously refused to show them. But then one jeweler tied her veil to something while she was not knowing, and so when she got up, her veil her modesty was exposed. So people then started to laugh at her at the fact that her face was shown, and a Muslim man saw that and came up towards them and killed the man, and in retaliation the disbelievers killed the Muslim man. And that shows the kind of dignity that the women have in our religion, the kind of protection that us Muslim men owe to the women as well. No matter if she's a you know, Niqabi, hijabi, or whatever, you know, because of the fact that she's Muslim. And one thing also that I want to mention is this is also a reminder for in today's society, in light of wearing the hijab, Muslim women are going to be scared of wearing the hijab because of things like this. Granted, these were not kids. If these were grown adults as well, the response, like the guy in this video who's saying that he's not, women are not entitled to protection from him and things like that. If a woman was to be assaulted by other men for wearing the hijab, this will actually put women off from wearing the niqab and hijab and things like that. And that's also a serious issue, because things like that are the reason why women like that do not want to wear the hijab today, even though they may be wanting to wear it as a form of worship, you know. And that should not be the case. And if us men promise them our protection and promise them that nothing will happen if they want to wear the hijab, then that will promote them to wear the hijab, and that's a big, powerful thing. Now, that is why it is important for every Muslim man to know how to fight. You need to be able to defend your Muslim sisters when needed. You need to be able to de-escalate situations, to prevent situations from happening, and to prevent any kind of harassment or any type of assaults, you know. And also, you need to be going to the gym to make sure that these kind of situations, these kind of fights never even happen in the first place, so that you can have some kind of intimidation against the disbelievers. A man who knows how to fight but not going to the gym is not enough. He needs to be intimidating, so he needs to be big. And at the same time, someone who is big but doesn't know how to fight is not going to cut it as well. Once they get past the intimidation point and they start putting their hands on you, you need to know how to fight, and that's also important. So yeah, this is a big reminder for all of us, and not only for situations like this where a Muslim woman is being assaulted for wearing the hijab or niqab or whatever, but also once you get married, for the protection of your wife and kids is very important as well. They need to be able to know that when they go out, nothing's going to happen to them. Granted, one thing I also want to mention is that people have blamed the woman for going out without a mahram. We don't know her situation though. Like, granted, that is a point. It doesn't now justify other men to assault her now that she's gone out without a mahram. You know what I mean? And also, we can't make assumptions. What if she has no mahram men? What if you know, her husband is no longer in the picture, or she doesn't have a dad or brothers or whatever, you know? And also, she was with her kid. If these were not kids and were grown adults assaulting her, we don't know what was the worst that could have happened. So the Muslim men should have done something at that point. And this kind of a mentality is similar to saying that a Muslim woman who doesn't wear the hijab or whatever is justified to get sexually assaulted, you know? That is not a good mentality neither. And those things should be dealt with. So these are very important things to think about for all of us Muslim men. And may Allah guide us all, man. May Allah make us better Muslims and firm on our religion and our deen. That's all I have to say. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.